Yo, Nathan, we just spent $50,000 on nothing. So, back in February 2022, we bought this beautiful piece of land in Clayton, literally in the center of Clayton, with the understanding that we were gonna build 3 townhouse units and sell them once they were completed. Now, we did all the feasibility studies, we did all of the comparisons with other properties, and this property was the one. We bought the house for $1.36 million, estimated the construction costs to be $1.2 million, and the bottom line made sense. And I didn't just come up with these numbers out of nowhere. I spoke to the finance guy, my accountant, my real estate agent friends, my architect, and my developer friends, and it all made sense. I pulled the trigger, I bought it at auction. With all that being said, what's changed? Because that plan does sound really good, right? Well, everything's changed. Cost of construction's gone up by a lot in the last 12 months. Interest rates have gone up in the last 12 months. I found myself in the position, I was forking money out of my pocket, Nathan's pocket, my business's pocket to keep this project going. The moment of realization for me was when we had the meetings with the builders and they were giving me quotes that were hundreds and thousands above our initial estimation. And on top of that, they were saying things like, please budget for 10 to 15%, give or take. And I looked at Nathan, I said, mate, that's our margin, bro. So simultaneously, while all of this was happening, we actually helped design and set up a rooming house for our client that was a townhouse similar to ours, and we converted it into a 9-bedroom rooming house. And let me tell you, the numbers on that property stack up. Our client was enjoying high cash flow, high yield, and the whole process of converting that property into a rooming house, that whole process took our client 6 months from planning to full occupancy, while we were estimating 3 years for our built to sell project. After we spent time considering pivoting to built to rent, which probably took us half an hour, spoke to the accountant, my real estate friend, my developer friend, to my finance guy, and most importantly, my architect. And when my architect gave the green light, that gave us a lot of confidence.
What are your thoughts, Scott? Do you think this is a lot more easier and faster than doing 3 townhouses? Or do you think we are already so far into these townhouses, we might as well just finish it off?
It's faster than doing the...
Yeah.
For sure.
And Go, you know all the work that you did for the 3 townhouses, do we get some kind of discount or some kind of refund? I'm joking, I'm just teasing you.
So at the end of the day, I can talk about the pros and cons of doing a built to rent or a built to sell asset. They're both great types of projects. One of the cons about doing a built to rent is that it's not a liquid asset. If you want to sell it, it's not going to be that easy to sell. Townhouses will always sell in Clayton. That's why the built to sell formula in that area is safe. But when it comes to rooming houses, they're not that liquid, because it's hard to find a buyer who's gonna be willing to either operate it themselves or find an agency who can. And most traditional real estate agencies don't touch rooming houses. But there is one agency called Rooming Cost who specifically specialize in this kind of asset. I hear they're studs. I wouldn't know because I'm one of the directors. Yeah, you can use that, or you can use the previous one, whatever, man. It's funny. So a 9-bedroom rooming house pretty much looks like this. It's an extension into the back of the unit, you renovate the whole house, and you have 9 rooms. That is making you this much. Now in terms of those numbers, that makes sense, especially if I can get it done within 6 months. Guys, I'm not pulling these numbers out of thin air. We run a rooming house agency. We've seen these numbers before. Everybody knows this. Renting is in fashion. When was the last time you went to a property inspection, walked in there and saw 20 other people trying to rent the same place as you and realized, I'm not gonna get this place? If we can create a product that's actually helping to meet the demand, that's a win-win for everybody. Will I ever build to sell? Absolutely I would. It's a proven formula. I would love to. It's a dream of mine, in fact. Will this pivot work out? Will it fail? If there's anything I learned about property development is that nothing is guaranteed. So I guess you're just gonna have to stay tuned. But until then, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and I'm gonna build to rent, and we're gonna make renting great again. So I know a lot of you guys probably stayed up until now because you want to see how did I lose that 50,000. Well, a lot of that went towards architect fees, council permits. What else? What else did we spend 50K on? It included things like council permits, architect fees, landscape assessment, traffic survey, BESS assessment, arborist report. Water tank blew up last October. I had to pay another 4K on that. Yeah, it's just stuff like that. How was it, Takumi? Good? Are we happy with that take? Sweet, I'm gonna go make renting great again.